Hello everyone, it's Becca from Becca Books and Bujo, and today I am so excited to tell you about Deck of TBR-athon. Deck of TBR-athon is a competitive team-based readathon, loosely based off of my monthly TBR game called Deck of TBR, and the goal at the end of the month is to get the most points. This readathon will take place for the entire month of August, and I will be co-hosting this readathon with Chloe from Always Booked. Chloe is wonderful. If you haven't checked out her channel, please do so. I'll have her linked down below. It's really thanks to Chloe that this readathon even came about. She reached out to me and asked if we would ever host a readathon together, and we made it happen. It has been so fun to create this readathon for you, and we hope you enjoy it. So let's get into the details. There will be two teams that you get to choose between. There is the red team, which is the team for people who normally make a TBR. If you choose a set stack of books for the month, for the season, for the year, you belong on the red team. On the other hand, black team is for the mood readers in the bunch. So if you like to pick up books on a whim, this is the team for you. Once you've chosen your team, on August 1st, you will simply draw a card from a standard deck of cards. I forgot to mention here that if you do not happen to have a deck of cards at your home, we have linked a website down below to a random card generator that you can use instead. Don't include jokers though, because we don't have prompts for jokers this time around. The card that you draw will correspond to a prompt on this lovely table of prompts. The prompt that you get is a more general prompt, and from that prompt, you get to decide the difficulty of the prompt. So you can either read for 1, 3, or 5 points. Say you draw an 8. An 8 corresponds to reading a book in a series. So you can read a book for 1 point, which means you would be starting a series. If you decide to read for 3 points, that would be continuing a series. And if you want 5 points, going for the gold, you would be finishing a series. Once you have picked your book and completed the book, you will then log it on a form that will keep track of all of the points for you. Once you've hit submit on that logging form, you get to draw another card and continue reading. When choosing books, just a couple of things to keep note of. We would appreciate that the length of the book is more than 50 pages. And also, if you decide to DNF a book, it cannot count for points unless you have read 50% of the book. Also, you may be looking at the table and seeing that Ace is kind of at the bottom there, all on its own with no points associated. Ace is a little different. If you draw an ace, you will either go to mine or Chloe's channel, and you will look at our most recent YouTube short. Every time that Chloe and I pick a new book for the month, we will be documenting that on YouTube Shorts. We will draw a card, we'll pick a couple of books, and you will then use that card to choose the book you read. You do not have to read the same amount of points that Chloe and I choose, but you have to use that number. So say I draw 5, but I choose the book for worth 5 points. You can choose 1, 3, or 5 points for the 5 card. These shorts are going to be a fun way for Chloe and I to interact with you a little bit more frequently. And also, at the end of the short, we will give 2 different book options for the prompt, and then we'll turn it over to our patrons, and they will get to vote and decide which books we read for the month. If you would like to join either my or Chloe's Patreons, we will have those listed in our description boxes on these announcement videos. It would be a fun way for you to participate a little bit more and dictate what we read for the month. Chloe and I created this readathon to be draw as you go, but if you are a stickler and love to create TBRs, you can also do that. So at the beginning of the month, if you want to read 5 books, then you can choose 5 cards at the beginning of the month and just choose your TBR that way. We want this readathon to work for you, and so if you want to draw as you go, great. If you want to create a TBR at the beginning of the month, that's okay too. You might be wondering, you said this was a competitive readathon, but what are the points for? Well, at the end of the month, we will calculate the amount of points averaged out over the amount of participants in each group. That way it's fair. And whoever has the most points at the end of the month will win a little prize. The winning team will get to choose a book for me and Chloe to read. We'll read the same book. And then we have to vlog the experience of reading that book in September. Plus you get bragging rights. So if you think that this readathon sounds like a fun time and you would like to participate, there is a sign up link in the description box down below. That link will bring you to a Google form. It will ask for your name, your email address, and which team you would like to be a part of, either red or black team. Once you submit that form, you will receive a welcome email from us. In that email, there will be a few different things. There will be a link to our Discord server, which is not required, but it will be a place for community and announcements and updates. Discord is a really great app to communicate with people quickly and in groups, and so if that's something that interests you, you can join the Discord. There will also be a Google folder which will have graphics. We have some Instagram story graphics that you can keep people updated or just show your love for Deck of TBR-athon there. There will of course be the table of prompts, and there will be an informational sheet just in case you have questions. Hopefully everything will be outlined there. Lastly, in that email, you will receive your book logging form for your team. You don't have to worry about finding the red or the black book logging form. That will just be sent directly to you. And once you complete a book, you'll go to that book logging form, fill it in, give all the information asked for, and the points will automatically be added to your team. A couple of last minute things, some fun events during the month of August. Chloe and I will be hosting a few different live shows and reading sprints throughout the month. To kick off the readathon, there will be live reading sprints on my channel on Friday, August 2nd at 7 o'clock Central Standard Time. Then we'll have kind of a mid-month check-in on Chloe's channel on Monday, November 19th at 7 p.m. Central. And to end the readathon altogether, we will have live reading sprints on Saturday, August 31st at 2 p.m. Central. I will be vlogging my experience of Deck of TBR-athon, so make sure you're subscribed to my channel and follow along. You also might want to watch Chloe's and my videos throughout the month because there will be hints as to who is in the lead points-wise. Lastly, I just want to say that this readathon is for fun. It is to encourage you to read in a fun, gamified way. We want to all read together in the month of August and have a fun time doing so. If you have any questions about the readathon or comments, feel free to leave them in the comment section down below. I will get to them as soon as possible. Chloe and I are so excited to be hosting this readathon, and we hope that you'll join us for Deck of TBR-athon. See you in August. Bye.